So we're out here this weekend on the North Circuit at Eastern Creek. First time we've raced this circuit in quite a few years. I'm pretty sure it's been about 9 years since HQs have raced on this. We were lucky enough to get a good lap in qualifying, put it on pole, and we've just had race one and came home with the win. Hard fought battle with Chris Mole. He pushed me the whole way to the end in that one, so it was a bit challenging, but we just managed to hold on. So that was a really good race for us. The top few cars are really, really close. I think the top 5 or 6 cars were, lap speed was really competitive then. So, next race is going to be difficult, but we're going to see how we go. Yeah, so the last 2 rounds here at Eastern Creek we haven't contested. We've done a little bit of Aussie car racing in the meantime. So we did round 1 at Winton and we had a successful weekend down there. So we'll do this round now. Hopefully the car's strong for the next 2 races and we get a good result. And then we'll see what happens for the rest of the year. Track's good, a little bit different than to what it was in qualifying, but good. And it's a nice change to be on this short circuit. Just throws another couple of challenges and I guess curveballs at us as drivers and to the cars. So really good day. So obviously we need to thank Osborn's Transport, Boys from the Bush Racing, CR International, MIA Engines, SC Racing, the Leather Doctor. Without those guys, I don't have this fast car that I've got and able to have the success that we do.
Highlights from the 4th round of the HQ Holden Racing Championship, brought to you by Osborn's Transport. We're at Sydney Motorsport Park again, but this time it's the Druid or the North Circuit that we're going to be taking in, which includes the short shoot from turn 4 straight across to turn 5, cutting out the whole of Corporate Hill. And it looks like Proglio moving to the inside with dramas in the early stage of the race. Chris Mole out in front, and he's fighting with Osborn, who of course got the pole position upon his return to the category. So Mole with a bit of work to do to continue scoring those championship points and keep himself at the top of the order as we go on board with Darren Parker. A great move down into turn 2. Bit of a slide in the mid-corner. It looks like there might be some dramas behind. A few cars there with a couple of issues, but out in front, it's Osborn leading the way. Mole right behind him is sitting right on his rear quarter, ready to see if he can make a move past and pick it up down the straight in the draft. That's of course what's all about here at Sydney Motorsport Park, because if you can get the long run down the straight here, which is right what he'll try to do, he tucks in, he pulls out of the draft. We'll see if they can make that run down into turn 1 and be able to take the position away. Chris Mole with some great drive, showing just how fast the Command digital signage car is. Swings into turn 1 in the lead of the race. And now he just needs to try to hold off Osborn as they make this run down to turn 2. Parker very wide behind. And it looks like a bit of a lock up there as well. Down into turn 2, and a couple of cars actually locking up as the camera swings back slightly. That is Jared Harper, of course, to the inside of Luke Harrison trying to have a look. And that's allowed Dave Allen to get in there as well. As we go back on board with Chris Mole, and straight back down the inside goes Osborn down into turn 1, and Osborn retakes the lead. So no sooner has he been passed than Osborn straight back at it, on board with Brendan Healy, who's having some good battles throughout the field as well. We saw some great fights between the Division B cars, throughout the race meeting last time out here at Sydney Motorsport Park. And then there's the Robinsons as Kane Robinson goes to the inside of Glenn Robinson to take the position at turn 2 as well. So fights all the way through the field, plenty of cars in amongst it, and it's everywhere you look in the New South Wales HQ Holdens, of course, proudly brought to you by Osborn's Transport. As now Proglio continues this fight back towards the front. Not exactly sure what was his drama off the start line, but we saw him pull to the side, and now he's got all the work to do to be able to race his way back towards the front. And at the moment, Brett Osborn leads the way from Chris Mole. As we see, I think that's Jason Mole slowing down in turn 1. So Jason Mole slowing, not ideal for him in the second of the Command digital signage cars. And then a huge moment for Brendan Healy. He's had a big get off in the hands-on first aid car there at turn 1. Let's have a replay of what's happened. He's just got to slide up in the mid-corner, and unfortunately for him, as he's tried to correct it, he's caught the ripple strip there. And that just causes you all sorts of dramas. Done a great job to fling it to the outside of the track. Of course, that inside wall comes up very, very quickly if you're not aware of what you're doing. As you can see there, Brett Osborn and Chris Mole through the turn 4-5 complex. Shows you how the short shoot works here at Sydney Motorsport Park. Mole still right up behind Osborn, trying to chase him all the way home here. He's not been able to throw anything at him yet since Osborn retook the lead. It looks like he might have the draft this time, and sure enough, down the inside, We'll see if he can make the run work down into turn 1 and 2. He's going to push for the inside and take the position. They've sort of broken away a little bit from Luke Harrison and Jared Harbour behind. And now they've got to try to continue running away while also battling for position. Mole door to door with Osborn through turn 2. Great driving from the pair of them. Really respectful racing, but still close and being able to take all sorts of ground off each other through 2 and 3. And Brett Osborn continues staying in the lead for this moment in time at least. Mole, I don't think will be able to have the run down through 4 and 5. He'll have to sit in behind him. It's a bit of a narrow track down through that section as we go on board with Jason Johnston in another great battle with Darren Parker. And there's Proglio to the inside, continuing this big drive. Parker very, very deep there into turn 1. He's going to touch the grass. He runs to the outside. It looked like he'd gone quite hard into the corner, and that's going to lose him the spot on Proglio. He might still be able to defend from Johnston, and he does, as Proglio continues this drive through the field. Been a good drive as well here. You wouldn't expect it to be so easy on the shorter track, as of course it just cuts out that whole run around Corporate Hill. We go on board with Johnston. You can see it looks like Parker's struggling with the rear end of that car. I have to wonder if maybe the setup's not quite there for him, or he's just not quite feeling the rear of it at the moment, but that's going to allow Johnston to the inside and Parker very wide. I wonder if he's got maybe even a tyre starting to deflate in the back of that one, because he's sliding around a lot more than we've seen him in the Nationwide Plastics Parker Motorsport car. Gets the run now onto the main straight, so he may well be able to make the move, but no. I might have missed a gear there out of the corner. Looking further back, and we can see Brendan Healy trying to pick up a few positions as well. Looks like he's behind Peter Lynch here at the moment. Moves to the inside of the 96 car. That is Lynch in the JLC Racing car. And he's going to be able to take that position away down into the final complex. So Brandon Healy on the charge, back up through the field as well after that big get off at turn 2. Learning a lot about racecraft, but showing some fine driving when he's around other competitors as well. Speaking of fine driving, these two out in front. Brett Osborn leading the way. Chris Mole, I don't think is close enough to him to throw anything at these final corners, and he'll have to sit in behind the Osborn's transport car as Brett Osborn makes a welcome return to the category and picks it up with victory here at Sydney Motorsport Park for round 4 of the championship. Chris Mole's going to chase him all the way home. A clean pair of heels to the rest of the field behind, and really threw down the challenge in the early stages, but Brett Osborn picks up from qualifying where he left off and leads them home across the line. A little bit of a flash of the lights to the fans, of course. Brett Osborn leads home. Chris Mole, Jared Harbour, Luke Harrison, Dave Proglio, David Allen and Darren Parker rounding out the top group. Down in the pits, we caught up with Brandon Healy to have a chat about his race weekend so far.
My name's Brendan and I'm driving a HQ. Basically just watching the old man race for quite a long time since I was young, so always had the bug to get into it. So yeah, things fell into place this year, so finally had the opportunity to jump into a car and been loving it. So we have 2 cars, yes. He's got his own car. His doesn't have an engine in at the moment, so we're getting that sorted, and then yeah, we'll be on the track together next year, so it'll be good. So practice 1 was come off at turn 1, hit the wall, and then we had rocker cover issues where the car was just leaking oil all day yesterday, and finally fixed that this morning with put a new rocker cover on, so that's fixed the issue. Did all right in qualifying, and then race 1, same thing. Was turn 1, got a bit sideways and put it on the grass and had a bit of a spin. So, but then yeah, finally got it started in, got it back up, and just got my way as far forward as I possibly could to put me in a okay position to start the next race. So it's always nice to race something different, especially when you're racing here pretty much every single event that we've had besides the first event at Winton, so it's nice to have something different. I don't think the Kiwis have been on it since 2014, so it's even though it cuts out a lot of the track, it's a very quick track for if you've got a good horsepower car. It's very good. But yeah, no, it's always nice to drive something different. So yeah, I've pretty much written this season off after I had a DNS in one of the meetings. So the rest of this season is just to keep on improving my racecraft and yeah, keep on getting quicker, and hopefully next year I think I'll still be in B grade, so we'll take our B grade next year. That's the plan. Yeah, definitely my dad. My partner's Rachel. She's come down to support me today as well. My pop came who used to race the Qs as well. So he's come down for a visit, and which is good which is nice of him to do so because my nan's quite sick. So he could only stay for the first race, but it was really nice for him to come down. But yeah, big thanks to Dad, and he's done so much on the car, and every time we do something wrong, we bang it up, he fixes it. So without him, I really wouldn't be racing. So, and yeah, big thanks to Hands On First Aid and HQ Extra as well for the support and getting me out on the track. So thanks to them.
Great to catch up with Brandon Healy down in the pits there as we take a look at race 2 highlights here for the 4th round of the Osborn's Transport HQ Holden Championship on Blendlight TV. It's the North Circuit this weekend, so the short shoot between 4 and 5. It produced some great racing early on, and yet again out in front, it looks like Osborn and Mole are going to be right at it as Dave Allen around the outside in the early stages in the DJA mechanical car. He's trying to force the issue on Harbour at the moment on the outside. A little bit of door-to-door contact between the two of them, but they're going to make it work. And there's Proglio, who's picked up from that bad start we saw in race 1, right up with the leaders now. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here as we go on board with Brandon Healy to the inside of Baxter. And you don't think he'll be able to get the position there because Baxter's got the inside line for this next left-right dogleg section. Though Brandon Healy's going to make it work around the outside, is he? Not quite sure whether he was able to get past there as we go towards the front, and we can see that the 22 car is just sitting in behind waiting for the position. That's Luke Harrison. He's trying to hold on to Mole and Osborn this time. He was right with them at the start of the race, but he hasn't been able to stay with them in race 1, so I'm sure there'll be a setup tweak happening there, and we'll see what he can do in this race. He's right in the draft at the moment as they run down the straight. You can see the rest of the field all lined out as well. Looks like Robinson's to the inside of Lynch further back in the field, but our top 3 all together. And it's going to be Harrison who'll be looking to make a position on Mole down into turn 1. Turn 2, sorry. He's got the position here to the inside, and we'll see if Mole can turn in. He looks across to see if he's there. He's still been able to hold on to the position. So for the moment at least, Harrison sitting in behind and Osborn just in front of them as well, grabbing gears up over the hill. Sitting just behind is Jared Harbour, and Proglio trying to make a run on this group as well. You can see he's a couple of car lengths back. Then Dave Allen, and then the rest of this field, Johnson to the inside. They're trying to make the move. That looks like it's Jeff Mulligan in the number 5 car. So Mulligan in the C&B Engines car to the outside of Johnson. They're door-to-door down the straight. And then into turn 1, Johnston holds on to the position. While further back, we can see the rest of the field all battling as well. It's hard to know where to look in this race at the moment. As they swing through turn 1, Glenn Deering looking to the outside of the 33 of Amanda Saunders, looking well outside there, taking a bit of gravel. So he launches it back onto the track after trying to go around the long way at turn 1 and almost making it a double apex for himself there. As he's now to the inside of Robinson, so Saunders managed to pick up a position in all of that shuffle down into 2. So some great driving there, though. Oh, a bit of smoke from the rear of Deering's car. So we'll have to see how that affects him as they come over the hill. He takes the position from Robinson in behind Brendan Healy as well. They bring over the ripple strip as they go. Now he looks to the inside of Johnston. Oh no, that's Mulligan to the outside of Johnston, sorry. Hard to tell when they're running identical liveries on those eye-gutter cars at the moment. And just in behind there is the returning Jason Knoll, who had a few engine dramas in race 1. He's now picked up the position and sitting in behind, ready to make it count as Proglio goes to the inside of Harbour down through turn 1. They're going to run side by side through there as well. And Johnston loses out on that position down the straight to Mulligan. And we'll have to look to Jason Knoll behind. Great battles all the way through. It's hard to know where to look. It's a slide off there for, I think that's Parker. It is Ashton Parker who's slid off at turn 1, so he takes his little turn at running a little bit wide and trying to push a bit too hard down through there. Have to wonder whether the incentive is there for a little bit more speed for them all to maintain through turn 1, since we don't have the slower section of the back part of the track here this weekend, as they're able to all take this chute and just continue running. It's definitely produced a lot more overtaking opportunities down into this final corner complex. As you can see there, Mulligan got forced wide by Johnston, and it looks like Jason Moll's going to pick up the opportunity as well. So a couple of positions lost there for Jeff Mulligan. And now it looks like Ashton Parker's going to start closing in behind them as well. So all sorts going on. They're all swapping positions every 20 seconds. It's hard to keep up all the way through the field here in the Osborn's Transport HQ Holden Championship. Of course, huge thanks to Osborn's Transport for all of their support of the HQ Holdens through multiple seasons, but especially here in season 2023, as well as all the other partners who are on board as well. They're what enables this great club to go racing. And if you're looking for somewhere to race, how can you go past the HQs in New South Wales? Great Australian muscle. I think I just saw a yellow flag out on their run onto the straight, so Mole might have to be careful here looking to the inside. Make sure that it's back to green flag conditions when he goes to the inside at turn 1. He takes the position away. Yeah, no more yellow flags out, so there must have just been someone slowly making their way back to the pit lane there. As Mole has taken the lead of the race. Now Osborn's going to look for the opportunity, and sitting right there is Luke Harrison. Of course, we know just how fast Luke Harrison is in one of these cars. He's able to pick up victories left, right and centre when he's got the car humming along. And he's sitting right there at the moment, ready to pounce on a position. Just needs to see if he can find a run. It's all about the momentum and the run on this track. You get into the draft, you try to get a good run through. You can see the way that his car leapt over the ripple strip there through turn 4. What is turn 4 on this circuit? They make the run down the back straight into this final complex. And Harrison with the watching brief on the 2 in front. Try to keep the drive here. Don't use too much of that concrete apex and see what you can do. As now Osborn to the inside. He's going to get to the inside of Mole down into turn 1. So this is what Mole did just a lap ago to take the lead of the race. You can see Proglio and Harbour just in behind as well. They haven't quite been able to catch up to this group as yet anyway. They're getting their heads down to try to catch up, but they've probably lost ground throughout this portion of the race. As now Mole looks to the outside of Osborn. Harrison right there with him. Mole moves away from the racing ideal line here. There's not a lot he can do because Harrison will look down the inside and take that position away. As we go on board with Brandon Healy a bit further back, and we can see a lock up just in front. I think that's Ashton Parker. Well, they're all locking up. Brandon Healy's straight off the road as well. I wonder if there's oil down on the circuit. Mulligan's facing the wrong way. Potentially there's something wrong at turn 2, but great avoiding action by Healy there to be able to keep away from it as the slide on the back of Harrison. So there's some sort of issue down at 2. They're all going to have to watch out for it as they come down there towards the end of this race. And hopefully they'll all be able to get through there, because that's a bit of a drama down in turn 2 for everybody to be aware of as Osborn leads the way. Mole has dropped back into Harbour's footsteps here, and you can see Osborn's locked up. Mole's locked up as well, straight ahead at turn 2. So there's definitely oil down on the track, and he's gone straight off onto the grass. It looks like Harrison's been able to keep it on. Osborn returns to the track. It's Harrison who's been able to get to the front of this field at this moment in time. And you can see the rest of the group coming through. Here's another lock-up for Lynch. So not exactly sure what's been going on down there at this stage. It looks like Lynch might have actually had more than a lock-up. There's something gone on with that car, and he's pulled to the outside of turn 2 completely. So maybe he's caused some sort of drama down there as well. Unfortunate for the leaders, though. That's really turned this race on its head right towards the end of it. Green flags at the final complex, so something's going on as Harbour slides around. That's going to give Allen the inside run around the final corner, but out in front, Luke Harrison is going to be able to lead them home here. There he is. Osborn was not able to get back to him, and Harrison leads the way and takes the victory. Brett Osborn, Dave Proglio up to 3rd. Chris Mole drops from 2nd to 4th. Harbour and Allen round out your top 6 in a frenetic race too there, with a huge conclusion. Down in the pits, we caught up with Dave Proglio.
Yeah, I'm Dave Proglio. I drive the 39 HQ Holden. It's been a bit of an up and down day. We qualified in 3rd, not too far off the front. And then race 1, we had a bit of a gearbox issue and I couldn't get out of 1st gear. So we did a quick gearbox change before race 2, and then back out again and managed to get up to about 3rd place, I think. So yeah, not too bad. Yeah, the season's been going good. Just sort of been bridesmaid to Chris Mole most of the year, so it's been a bit hard. He's got something on me this year that I can't sort of match, but I've just got to put as much pressure on him as I can, and hopefully something happens. Oh, we do a lot of prep on the car in between each round, and we're always changing and trying different things. We've got a few things we're trialling this round, but the little things we're trying is not adding up to the major things he's got. I'd like to thank the Osborn's Transport, one our major sponsor, the HQ New South Wales Club, all the competitors that bring us out here and give us the biggest grid for the weekend. So yeah, no, it's really good.
Under lights here at Sydney Motorsport Park for the Osborn's Transport HQ Holden round 4, and getting away out in front, you can see that it is Harrison who's picking up where he left off in race 2. He's going to be able to take the door-to-door action between him and Osborn. I was going to say take the lead comfortably, but Osborn's going to run around the outside here and try to make it work as they run down into turn 2. And Osborn on the outside, not able to get across and take the lead of the race. So Harrison's going to hold him out. Proglio's forced his way up in there as well. You can just see Mole trying to hold on to a top 4 position, force his way maybe up into 2nd or 3rd. But the top 4, side by side, Harbour sitting in behind, ready to take that position away. And it's Harrison who holds on as they run down into turn 4. We go on board with Jason Johnston for this run through the flip-flop, and you can just see how the cars move around through there. Parker looking to the inside of Allen, so Harbour's fallen into their footsteps as well. How good do the HQ Holdens look under lights here at Sydney Motorsport Park? Plenty of action between the lot of them. It'll be interesting to see whether Harrison can hold on and take the race victory. Of course, the race was turned on its head not very far from the finish in race 2 with oil down at turn 2. Saw a lot of them go off. Now Harrison with it all to do to hold on from Osborn. Proglio in there as well. Jared Harbour, Dave Allen, Darren Parker in amongst it, ready to fight up. Chris Mole right in the middle of it as well. So everyone looking for positions under lights here. How good these cars look, and get the headlights on. You try to cause a bit of a flash in the mirrors. See if you can be able to force your way past Brennan Healy there with an interesting headlight design on the HQ Extra hands-on first aid car. As Saunders looks at the back of Parker and Robinson in behind her. They're fighting all the way through the field. Of course, that one, the Division B battle amongst all of those guys and girls. As Osborn looks to the inside and takes the lead away from Harrison. The straight line speed working for him now. Look at the twitching of Harrison's car through the mid-corner of 1. He's trying to keep the momentum up to it to see if he can have a look down into 2. But he just has to stay put for the moment. And that means that at turn 2 he sits in behind Proglio, sitting in behind him. A case of what might have been for Proglio this weekend. He had some dramas off the start line in race 1 and now has to sit in behind in 3rd place in this race and see if he can make up any further positions to get himself up the order, I guess. And maybe pick off a victory here against Brett Osborn, which is going to be no easy task. Jared Harbour sitting in behind Mole. He'll be looking to the inside of him down into turn 2. Mole's a little bit further down than, of course, where he started this weekend and where he's run at Sydney Motorsport Park for the last couple of rounds to hold on to that championship lead. So expect for Mole to potentially try to work things past Proglio and Harrison in front and work his way onto the back of Osborn. Of course, he kept him honest all the way through race 1, was right with him in race 2 as well before that unfortunate drama down at turn 2. So Mole with a bit of work to do here is a big slide for Proglio. They're obviously trying incredibly hard to get themselves back onto that lead pack as it looks like Harrison and Osborn are starting to move away out in front. So it'll be up to Mole now to see if he can make his way past and do something about it. He wants to get back up there. He wants those championship points, but he also, more importantly, wants to win. It's about just trying to take home victories for Mole in the Command Digital signage car. He's had such a fantastic season so far. Harrison has got to the inside of Osborn as well in front. So we'll have to monitor that one and see what happens there as we go on board with Jason Johnston. The iGutter car gets to the inside of him to take the position away as Ashton Parker works on the back of Robinson and goes to the inside of Kane Robinson, that is. It's going to become the outside through turn 4. Not sure there's a lot he can do there. It's really hard to try to run around the outside through 4. You can kind of make it work down into 5. As in front, a big slide there for Glenn Deering through the final corner. We saw it from on board with Jason Johnston. You can see just how this battle pack is. They're all over each other, looking to fight for position. And this is not even the top 5 cars in the race, but it's the mid-pack, and you can see just how much we always talk about it. The battles are in the Osborn's Transport HQ Holden Championship. Fantastic driving all the way through the field. We go on board again with Johnston sliding through the back section. So obviously the grip's going away for everybody here. And I think that might be a Command Digital car slowing to the outside. It is. It's Chris Mole who's slowed on the outside of the corner. So he's dropped all the way back to these guys. You have to wonder whether Chris Mole might have had a problem here, as he's backed right off. He was with the front four, and now he's back behind Parker and Johnston within a lap. So something's happened there to Mole. We'll have to try to get across that storyline as Parker goes to the dirt yet again down through turn one. And he'll have to try to see if he can make any sort of move. Looking at Harbour now on Proglio down through turn two, and Proglio holding the position, but Harbour looking left and right to see if he can do anything about it. So a bit of battling between these two as they come up over the hill. Harbour looking to see about making a move. He's running out of laps here towards the end of the race. 9 astern between the pair of them though. They are close together. Have to wonder whether Mole dropping out of this one actually moved these two closer together, as Harbour continues to work all over the rear bumper of Proglio. He's right up with him at the moment. Look at the slide through one. Of course, late in the evening here, it starts to get a bit dewy at Sydney Motorsport Park. Harbour now to the inside. He jolted the car hard left, and he's got to the inside of Proglio. Proglio leaves him just a car width there. A very big pinch to the inside, but Proglio's been able to hold on to the position. So he's able to keep in third place at the moment, but Harbour throwing everything he's got at him. You'd have to say you could see that move coming, but there wasn't a whole lot he could do to be able to get past once Proglio took the line away. Out in front, Osborn continues to hold on from Harrison. Harrison has kept him honest, just like Chris Mole did in race one. And Harrison will see now, he keeps that tighter line through two, and he's able to make it work to get to the inside of Osborn, but he just can't stay there for the run through turn three. So he's got to try to throw everything he can at it through this final complex. We'll see what he can do. Harrison sitting in second place to be able to pick up all of those points. He's sitting right behind Osborn here as they come around the final corner. And down the main straight, it looks like Brett Osborn's going to be able to hold on for another victory. He does. The checkered flag comes out. Harrison throws one last dive to the inside, but he's not able to do anything about it. And we go further back to have a look at this battle continue all the way home. Deering behind Johnston, behind Parker. So not where we're used to seeing Deering, but Parker and Johnston getting stronger and stronger as well. And great to see the fight that they've all had. Dave Allen just in front of them, flashing the lights, enjoying his run to the flag. And across the line, you can see Brett Osborn leads home Luke Harrison, Dave Proglio, Jared Harbour, and Dave Allen rounding out your top five. After a great weekend, we caught up with Luke Harrison, who was second for the round, to get his thoughts on the weekend under lights at Sydney Motorsport Park.
Yeah, Luke Harrison in the HQ22 this weekend. Had a good weekend. Slowly getting quicker over the day. So yeah, ended up coming second, I think, in the last race. So, yeah, it was good. Yeah, the Mount Druitt Circuit, yeah, it was good. Never ran it before. I think the last time I was saying it was 2012 they ran it. So it's been a few years since I've run it, and yeah, I enjoyed it. It's a quick flowing track, so something different, which is good. There's still plenty of room to overtake and plenty of opportunities, but no, it's good. Oh yeah, I've had a few rounds off at the start of the year. It's been busy with work and whatnot, so but we should be right at the end of the year. We'll make the rest of the rounds. A friend of ours, he said, give my car a go for the round and see how you go. So we brought it out, and yeah, it's been a rocket all day. So I like to thank Sean Boland, it's his car, so thanks heaps. James from MIA Engines, got a rocket engine in it, and yeah, everyone else that helps out, mum, dad, the Harbours, and yeah.
We hope you've enjoyed all the action here from Sydney Motorsport Park for the Osborn's Transport New South Wales HQ Holden Championship, proudly brought to you by Blendline TV. There's one more round of the championship still to go back here at Sydney Motorsport Park again in October. Make sure to get trackside to support grassroots motorsport. If you'd like to know more about the HQ Holden Championship, check out their website and Facebook page. Great community to get involved with. Until next time, thanks for joining us. Bye for now.
Everyone, just want to again reiterate thanks very much for you all for coming for round 4 of the New South Wales HQ Motor Racing HQ Holden State Championship, round 5 of the Motor Racing Championship. I just wanted to start off really by thanking our sponsors, Osborn's Transport, MHA Euro, DJA Mechanical, Command Digital Signage, Gilcon, iGutter and Equity Views. Thank you all for your support. As a category, we really, really appreciate what you do for us and couldn't do what we do. So to all of you, thanks very much. Also wanted a massive thanks to Vic and Judy for scrutineering and looking after us. Really, really appreciate it. And for Dave Amore for coming to the track and supporting us as he always does every round. So thanks guys, really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so without further ado, where's Gordon? Have you got the B division? So again, just want to reiterate, guys, thanks very much for coming. Thanks for the 21 cars. The second race wasn't ideal, 4 busted motors. So and hopefully that each of you can get those things back together and back on the track. That would be greatly appreciated. Our next round is on the 28th, 29th of October at this track, but we're back to the Gardner GP circuit, which will be fun. And hopefully one of these days we'll get back to Wakefield Park. So have I lost Gordon? Where's Gordon?
You've got Jason, you've got Brendan Healy,
and then Ashton. Perfect, done. All right, good stuff. All right, so B division, there was some really, really close racing. Yeah, I know the racing was amazing all down the field, but for B division, in third place is Ashton Parker. Well done, buddy. You want to say a few words? I'll stay close because you're talking to my microphone as well.
First of all, thank you, Mum and Dad, for allowing me to come out and race. And yeah, all friends and family that come out and support us and all the competitors, thank you. I just love coming out. So thank you.
Well done, buddy. Stay there. And unfortunately, he's had massive dramas all weekend with that bloody leaking rocker cover, but he managed in race 3 to come through with a fantastic effort. So in second place in B division was Brendan Healy. Well done, buddy. No worries, mate. Say a few words, buddy.
Yep. Yeah, it was a pretty fun weekend, to be honest. There was a lot of problems, but we've got it all sorted and that was good and we ended it well, so really happy with that. Big thanks to Dad, he's always working on the car and getting me up to scratch, so without him it'd be pretty stuffed, so big thanks to him. Thanks to my partner for coming out and watch. Me pop come out, it was good, so it was a great event and just really enjoy racing with all you guys. It's unreal, so thanks to everyone and on to the next one.
Awesome. Thanks, Brendan. And I had the pleasure of racing all weekend with this guy. He raced hard, he raced fair, he was quick all weekend, and he just gets faster and faster every round. So in first place for V Division, Jason Johnson. Well done, mate. Congratulations.
Just a big thank you to Lisa, Caitlin, Natalie, Peter and Tony, all the other competitors. It's been great racing with Darren, Jeff, Glenn, all the others that are around me. Thank you very much. See you next round.
Awesome. Thanks, Jason. Thanks, guys. Got some photos? Off you go. Thanks, guys. Yep. Ash. Oh, sorry. Well done, guys. Congratulations. Awesome job. So for A division, and again, from what I saw, there was some amazingly close racing. So with a very, very good drive, he's been quick all weekend. But in third place in A division is David Proglio. Well done, champion.
Thanks, mate.
No worries, buddy.
Wow, what a weekend. Up and down. Some brilliant racing. Congrats to you, Jared, mate. I don't know, you should be up here. That was awesome driving all weekend. Brendan Brett, another league. Lukey, good stuff, mate. Couldn't hang with you. Just the racing all weekend, I had to come through from the back in race 1, and it was just so hard. Everyone's racing so fast, so congratulations to everyone. So, thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Stay there. He's only a couple of rounds back, but he's been racing like a champion. Car looks amazing. Car presentation's next level. So with an amazing result in race 2. Position and second place, Luke Harrison. Well done, buddy. Grab that. Grab that. Yes, you do, mate.
Yeah, no, it was a good weekend. Just like to say thanks to Sean Boland for letting me borrow his car for the weekend. Things are rocket. Love racing with Brett and Chris. We had some good battles, and same as Progs and Jared. Friggin' fast as. Thanks, boys. My 2 mates had Marcus come out to watch me. So, yeah, and everyone else. It was good. Thanks.
Thanks, Luke. Well done. And it's great to see him back at the track. Haven't seen him for a few rounds after he's recuperated from that busted leg. We lost him Aussie cars for a couple of rounds, but geez, it's good to have him and Ray back. So with a flawless run, with the exception of the oil, which caught a few of us out, to be honest. But amazing drive. So first place is Brett Osborn. Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Thanks for that.
No worries.
Well done, mate. Good job. Got you. Yeah, as everyone sort of said, racing this weekend has been so close, so fast. What a pleasure it's been. Obviously, Molly there, first couple of races, along with Luke, Panda, Jared. You guys are absolutely flying, so we've definitely got our work cut out to keep up and try and stay in front, but it's been a challenge, and just so happy to be here with everyone. So again, thanks to all the competitors for coming out. Yeah, can't wait to do it all again. Thank you.
Thanks, Brett. All right, guys, get some photos. And again, just want to reiterate that fantastic driving all the way around. For anyone that hasn't had issues with the cars, hopefully you can get them all back together again. Just to reiterate again, 14th of October, put it aside in your diaries. The Harbours are going to host it at their place for a HQ function, so I'll send an email out, just put it in your diaries. It'd be great for everyone to catch up. Have a fantastic, I don't know, what is it, 8-10 weeks off now? Get the cars ready, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here at the end of October. Thanks, everyone. Much appreciated. Thanks, mate. Well done, buddy. Well done. Luke, great job. Well done, Progs.
To every driver here and all their cars and everything, thank you very, very much. The racing, you've already been told how good it was. From the spectator point, it was absolutely brilliant. The best presented car from the scrutineers is their decision, HQ 22, Luke Harrison, the Sean Boland car. Congratulations, Luke. I've got the stuff in the truck for you. Well done, mate. Thank you. Thanks, Darren.
Thanks, Dave. Congratulations. Well done, Luke. Car looked amazing, mate. Congratulations. Sorry, guys. Thanks very much, everyone. See you in a few 6-10 weeks, whatever. See you guys.